plugs into 12s and a microphone. And I don't stop rocking the beats and keep rocking. As long as the streets hear heat, they keep copping, popping. Come on with it. Me and you getting it on, don't even go there. Come on with it, cause you know what we got to do. Come on with it. Don't even go there. Come on with it. Once I bring it to you, you won't be safe nowhere. Word up. Salute to hip hop, MCs and DJs. Culture strong as ever. Bumpy Knuckles, DJ Premier. Salute, salute.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. Tonight, we'll be watching the Los Angeles Clippers playing against the Charlotte Hornets. And for Charlotte, a strong stretch of play for this team, winning 6 of their last 7. No lack of confidence going into tonight's game. And while we have a moment here, another discussion topic. Shaq, you are one of the most physical players the league has ever seen. Who would you say right now are the league's most physical players?
Sorry to correct you, Ernie. Not one of the most, the most. But anyway, Ernie,
you're not sorry to correct me. You take great pleasure in correcting.
And one of the most humblest.
Elbow sandwich, that's right. So let me go, Ernie. Let's see. Point guards, how about Russell Westbrook? Mm-hmm. Shooting guards, I'm going to go with maybe D. Wade or Lance Stevenson.
Okay.
And at the small forward,
that's easy.
I got to go with the greatest of the game, LeBron King James.
Well, since he took the smaller guys, which is unique, I'm going to take the power forwards. Blake Griffin. And you know what?
He's one of the league's most physical players?
Yeah, Blake Griffin. Yeah, he's physical. He just gets thrown around a lot sometimes, but
well, he's not physical. Then. Crazy.
No, but he throws it around too,
man.
It
does not.
He throws it around.
Does not.
Yes, he does. He and Zach Randolph.
D-U-Z-N-O-T.
Yeah, I like
does
Zach.
not.
Yes, he does. And Dwight Howard is physical, and my man Nikola
Pekovic.
Yes, is one of the toughest bigs I've seen around.
And what's Dwight Howard's name? You can say it.
Dwight Howard.
No, say it.
Super Dwight Howard.
Say it with some energy.
Come on, give us a Superman.
Superman is in the building.
There he goes. There he goes.
Now you. That's it for now. Talk to you later.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of happy
We'll be bringing you an interconference matchup in this one as the Hornets come into town. The Clippers hoping to give a strong showing here for their home crowd. And, of course, Jose Calderon. Despite what he brought to this team in his absence, they've really taken off.
Well, to say the deal changes the look and feel of this franchise is stating the obvious. I mean, they are a vastly different team than they were a few days ago. Obviously looking long-term rather than the short-term.
Exactly. I mean, trading away a player with his talents is clearly a big picture deal. I mean, you have to balance fit and talent as well as upside, and then throw in the financial considerations. So this is more than just about the player.
Here's the starting group for the Charlotte Hornets. Rudy Gay is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Russell Westbrook. Then it's Richmond. And it's McAdoo in at the center. Yes, fans, Clark, and the one team they view as floppers is the Clippers. I don't like that word, but just kind of came out. Whether that is fair or not is up for debate, but it is certainly, I think, the perception.
And I think there's some truth to that perception. I mean, multiple players have received fines for flopping on their roster. I mean, you can't run away from that, and the fans remember it,
too. Oh, they do, yes, sir. No good from Gay. And the Clippers have possession. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Yeah, they just caught a team, Kevin, that was in a zone, and they didn't have the manpower defensively to disrupt them.
Hey, zone or no zone, I expect out of them than what they showed. I mean, they never strung together they needed to.
And for the Clippers and flopping, part of it might just be reputation. Whenever anyone hits the deck on their team, fans might be quick to kind of condemn that as a flop.
Offensive rebound.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there. And I'm sure he appreciated it.
Now here's Goodrich. 17 points for him last game against Portland. Aldridge, good.
You know, the Clippers were the darlings of the NBA as they improved and made strides, but I think the flopping has kind of diminished that now, that love affair. Being labeled a group of floppers can certainly stifle your popularity.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Charlotte shooting their first free throws of this game.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
And, Kevin, it's something they've been working very hard to correct and to change. I mean, they know how important it is to fix that inability at the free throw line.
First one falls for him. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And for LaMarcus Aldridge, always praised for his terrific shooting. His rebounding, as we know, Greg, has always been fantastic. Over the past 2 seasons, he's averaged double-digit boards.
And that's why so many teams wanted him in this last free agency period. His ability to put points on the board as well as clean the boards. What a deadly combination.
Antetokounmpo, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And check out the bounce.
Bounce to the ounce. Clark, how about that?
Yeah.
All right,
You
showing
said
him
it,
off
Kevin.
right there. Good move.
You said it, my man. He's a highlight reel waiting to happen.
And stolen by Gay. And a fast break now for the Hornets. And the jam by Antetokounmpo. Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rack.
Check out the fellas. Check out his teammates over on the bench. So they are going crazy.
You know, on the topic of Aldridge's rebounding, I mean, he doesn't do it by banging people around. He does it with positioning, timing, and length. And you can say that about most of his game. Quietly, effective, and impactful.
Richmond kicks to Antetokounmpo. They set the pick. From deep, Gay. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Horford sets a screen for Thomas. Horford with the screen on Richmond. Thomas passes to Horford. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And now the fast break. Westbrook with the ball. That gives them the lead. Gay's got his first bucket and a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Hornets.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end. Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Picked by Horford. Good. The emphatic rejection. Westbrook with it. Isaiah Thomas covering. There's a good screen. Here's McAdoo. Aldridge is covering. And foul fault as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And a moment here to see the numbers for Thomas. 10th in assists and he's as opportunistic as anybody defensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in steals per game.
And, you know, his floor awareness, undeniable. You know, as you pointed out, he's great at drawing the defense and then making the perfect pass in stride.
And the first one drops. And both free throws good for McAdoo. Clippers trail by 4. Thomas, 17 points for him last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And was a force on the defensive side as well. 4 steals over the course of that game.
Now here's Bird. Parked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
And Steve Clifford might not be the most famous coach in the NBA, but he has plenty of... And everyone in the league knows exactly how well-versed he is as a coach.
Here's Antetokounmpo. He's coming off a 34-point game against the Suns in Phoenix. Here's McAdoo. Bird covering. Nice shot by McAdoo. McAdoo's got 5.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
And if they match that effort at the defensive end, watch out. You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Gay drives in. Can't get it to go. And the Clippers will go the other way with it.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Antetokounmpo against Thomas. Trying to get back on track. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
That's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
Westbrook dishes to Richmond. Kicks it to Gay. Another miss by Gay.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
The dish to Thomas. Outside Thomas. Clock at 4. And he hits the jump shot. Thomas got 5.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
Antetokounmpo against Aldridge, and he gets it to go. 6 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top. Still, I don't know that anyone can define what Giannis' position is. It's kind of still up in the air. I mean, he's played mostly on the wing a season ago, and thus far, maybe that could end up being the best fit.
Pop over to our 2K leaderboard to see which power forwards and centers have had the most productive last month offensively. Number 1, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
That is major productivity in the paint. I mean, they would love to get more and more of that from him going forward, because a scoring big man like that, guys, it's never easy to come by.
Especially not one with the arsenal of moves this fella has. He's mastered the art of low post offense, and no matter what look the defense throws at him, he typically has a counter.
Now here's Bird. He's coming off a 22-point game against Portland.
And also defensively, he was really aggressive. I mean, matter of fact, he had 4 steals over the course of that game.
Antetokounmpo against Bird. Antetokounmpo kicks to Westbrook. There's the pick. Back to Antetokounmpo. Shot off the pick. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Antetokounmpo's got 8. Clippers trail by 8. And here is Goodrich. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Now, here's Thomas to the inside. And the jump by Horford.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing good.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
And so it's Charlotte with it after the Clippers pick up 2. And it's Westbrook missing. Goodrich with it. The pass to Thomas. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Yeah, it's good to see him with his free throw percentage up over 80.
Guys, I like that this is a part of his game that has really been consistent this year.
All right, now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Horford. Ibaka comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Gervin's checked in for Bird. And it's Terry in for Goodrich. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Shane Battier is checked in for Antetokounmpo. Maxwell comes in for Rudy Gay. White, he's checked in for Richmond. And it's Russell in for Russell Westbrook. And both free throws good for Thomas. Here's Russell. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Passes it to White. Screened by Russell. Here's Maxwell, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Ibaka, the pass to Terry. Ibaka sets the pick for Terry. Off the screen. No good off the front iron.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
It always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
McAdoo, his second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That's going to be on Shane Battier. And guys, Serge Ibaka's production was just a little off last season. We're not talking, big number changes. We're talking small dips in a number of categories.
Well, one category where he did really fall off, though, Kevin, was field goal percentage. A career 53% shooter, he dropped down to 47.
All right, now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
And getting back to Ibaka, everything changed for him the minute Kevin Durant was lost last season. I mean, defenses could focus on him, and he was the Thunder's only front court scoring threat. And as much as he's improved on offense, he still has neither the flexibility nor skill set to be a guy that can be considered a first or second option offensively.
Talking about Ibaka, last season was good for his growth. I mean, he got a taste of what it's like to be the first or second scoring option rather than an afterthought. Now it's up to him to take that experience and convert it into improvement. Even against solid defense, he's still going to try to continue to make that shot.
And I wouldn't bet against him in that situation the next time out.
Terry against White. And Battier now atop the key. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss.
He got a narrow edge here in rebounding early on. You wonder how much that'll play going forward.
Yeah, it's a game of inches, and every play counts.
And that one's good. Gervin. Here's Russell. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Now it's send it down to Doris Burke, who is able to catch up with Coach Doc Rivers.
Kevin, what they need most to be concerned with, according to Coach, is slowing down the transition game. He said these guys can give us a lot of problems if we let them get out on the fast break consistently. That's what we'll be trying hard to avoid today, guys. We'll see how they manage that.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Ibaka with a screen on Russell. Here's Terry, and it's sent back by Russell. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Gervin against Maxwell. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. As we approach the halfway mark, let's take a look at how everything in the East right now stands. Taking a look at Miami. They're looking extremely sharp right now. Poised in the top spot and playing very well. And, of course, Charlotte, right now, quite a ways down below.
And I think for Charlotte, they're in the mix for a playoff spot, which is definitely a positive. But I'm sure they'd like to have had their hands around that spot a little tighter.
I mean, it's certainly not a sure thing at this point. They've got work to do yet. What a big-time mismatch it's been in the post. Where's the defensive adjustment? They're getting housed down there.
Yeah, something's got to change. A double team, maybe a substitution, but this is getting out of hand.
Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession.
The chance here to see where the Clippers sit in the NBA statistically right now. Second in free throw percentage, sixth in assists, and they're in the top 10 in rebounding. This is a team that does a good job getting on the glass.
And you mentioned their free throw shooting. Not a team you can get careless with defensively. They make you pay, sealing games at the line.
1:36 left in the first quarter. Now, here is Russell. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game, and that one's good.
That's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
You just cannot allow the offense to have that quality of a look each and every possession.
Chandler's shot, good.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Now, here is Battier. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. White dishes to Battier. There's the screen. Fires from deep. White, good. And the Hornets lead by 11.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Here's Terry. He gives a bit of a scoring lift to the team, averaging 8 points a game.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take them long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
And so it's Charlotte with it. Here's Maxwell. Tyson Chandler pulls it in. Last outing for Charlotte, they won that game against Phoenix.
And Kevin, they showed how important it is to have a strong bench. I mean, when you are on the road, that depth is vital. I think they really utilized the second unit to extend their offensive assault and just really wore down their opponent.
And guys, I think what you saw from them throughout the game was teamwork. This is a team. Regardless of who was out there on the floor at any given time, they got it done. And that has to make you feel good as a group.
Can't hit. And we reach the end of the first quarter. It's Charlotte. They're up by 6. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And Tyson Chandler, known for being a great teammate, a very vocal leader certainly. He talked about how important that is for an NBA locker room.
Players do the policing. Coach sets a standard, but players individually call out other players. Whether it be timeout, whether it be halftime, whether it be pulling guys to the side, in practice. When you have that going on, you see multiple guys doing that, that's when you know you have a good team.
Don't you need a player like this, of Chandler's caliber and character, Greg, to make that kind of a teamwork, have that feel in the locker room, that leadership role that everybody believes in and respects?
No doubt about it, Kevin. And that weighty stature is built on experience and credentials, as you mentioned, like having that championship ring or being an all-star. But when you have it and use it that way, the coach doesn't have to worry about the locker room. Has got that covered.
And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade. They're looking amped up and ready to get going once again. What stands out to you guys from the Hornets in this one?
Really active hands early on here as they're able to acquire several steals.
Well, they've really been aggressive, guys, on defense, and it's paid off, so why stop? Keep it up.
You've got Bird. Horford is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. Then there's Thomas, and it's Goodrich in at the 2. That's who's out there for the Clippers. And free throw good from Gay. And no question, G.A., Rudy Gay is one of those guys who has always put up great numbers, but in 9 seasons he's been in the league, only one playoff. Only one. Count him, one. Back in 2012.
Yeah, but what if he was still in Memphis, though?
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying, Clark, to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
Westbrook kicks to Richmond. Here's the screen. Maxwell, the pass to Westbrook. Here's Maxwell. He feeds it to Gay. Aldridge with some nice D.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Antetokounmpo dishes to Gay. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. 8 points for Rudy Gay.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Aldridge with a screen on Maxwell. Here's Bird. And it's Gay with the rebound. Hornets leading by 12. Maxwell kicks to Gay. And it's Gay again missing.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Horford with a screen on Antetokounmpo. Goodrich passes to Horford. 16 feet away. And he hits the jump shot. Horford's got 6.
I love how he used his height advantage on that shot.
And he had the nice soft touch with it, too.
Richmond against Goodrich. Richmond dishes to Antetokounmpo to the paint. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here.
And guys, you see how Rudy Gay just exploded last season in the second half. I mean, I think he felt at ease in George Karl's system.
One shot, gentlemen.
And I think that's one reason why you're starting to see just how good Rudy Gay can be.
Smith checked in for Maxwell. The free throw drops for Gay. For a long time, critics have gotten on Gay for his lack of efficiency, but he quieted some of those voices, Clark, last year with his play and stats.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, across the board, he made nice improvements, not only in his scoring, but also his ability to create shots for others. Boy, Doc Rivers keeps on leading his teams to successful seasons. A former coach of the year rarely has a season where his team doesn't meet expectations.
Check out stats for Al Horford. A strong stretch of play the last 10 games. He's putting up about 8 points a game, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists. And he does the heavy lifting on the glass, throwing himself into the rebounding battle with just complete effort.
Sure is. I mean, he thinks every rebound is his, and most of them are. That's why he's putting up such big numbers.
Clippers trail by 13. And Doc Rivers passed the 700-win mark as a coach last season. He's climbing the ladder in career wins.
Yeah, and you know, I don't know that Doc oftentimes gets enough credit for the type of coach he is. I mean, as a coach, he is well over 500 in terms of his career win percentage. And how about over 500 in playoff games as well?
And a brief look now at the best the past month. Russell Westbrook, number 1.
And as you can see by guards in the league can rebound like he can. I mean, he has a knack for always being in the right place when the shot goes out.
Well, Greg, he's extremely physical for a one guard, and because he is, he's not afraid to get in there and mix it up and come up with some of those loose balls and rebounds.
All right, now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
And the first one drops.
They struggled a bit at the line earlier, but they found a nice comfort zone there now here in the second. They've been red hot from the stripe.
And so he hits both. Clippers trail by 15. Thomas kicks to Bird. Picked by Horford. And Bird, here we go. Westbrook against Goodrich. To the middle. Here's Aldridge. Shot is off. Gay with the defensive effort.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And how sweet a play was that?
Yes. To set up Clark, that beautiful alley-oop dunk.
Yeah, that was nice.
No doubt. There are assists, and then, guys, there are assists. And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense. Let's see where Charlotte sits right now in the league rankings. 6th in blocks, 7th in assists. And they are in the top 10 in field goal percentage. This is a team that shows excellent discipline at the offensive end.
And going back to their block shots, they're fearless, challenging shooters and contesting everything. You end up on a few posters, but I love that willingness to take a stand defensively.
Shooting two.
That free throw good from Thomas.
You look at what Thomas has done so far. He's got 8 points, and he's added to his totals by picking up 3 points at the line as well.
Yeah, that'll balance out that stat sheet nicely. I mean, you always want to see at least a few points from the free throw line.
He's off on the second.
It's still pretty early to judge, but so far the 2014 draft class has lived up to the hype. The top guys were as good as promised, and a lot of talent down later in the draft as well.
Clippers trail by 20. This is to Bird. Pass to Horford. Los Angeles with another miss.
And you really thought that was going to be a gimme, but unable to convert.
Yeah, and a little self-talk, angry self-talk for himself after that miss.
Wow, just look at that lead. Both ends, they have been the team in control.
Yeah, and they put the fans simply on mute. They've not had anything to cheer about, and they've been silent.
And Thomas, here we go, from the line. Just 5 on the clock. Floats one. Gay with the block. Westbrook against Goodrich. Here's Antetokounmpo. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And guys, the Greek Freak really improved his numbers across the board last season. Giannis was up in every measurable category except three-point percentage.
He's really improved his shooting, though, overall. The three ball still eludes him a little bit here and there. But what I like, Kevin, is his aggressiveness. That's what's making the difference in his game right now.
The first one falls.
You know, going back to Giannis, he has the physical makeup and skill. I mean, there's no reason that he shouldn't be able to fulfill his potential except consistency. That's the area he's got to tighten up.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
And talking about Giannis, he was clearly one of the very best players in that 2013 draft. Selected number 15 overall by the Bucks. And if you looking back, to me, that's what we'd have to call a steal with the kind of player he's developed into.
Feeds it to Richmond. Baseline try. Almost, but it rolls out.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
Horford the pass to Goodrich. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Goodrich has got 6.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Pass to Westbrook. Smith on the wing. Back to Westbrook. Gay, a screen on Goodrich. Excellent use of the screen that time. And that's now 7 points for Russell Westbrook.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Yeah, enough scoring on the inside there. I think it's time for him to send a message to his team.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I guarantee you this talk centers around cutting down on all of those points coming in the paint. They've got to show more resistance there.
The grind of the NBA season wears on, but what a pleasure this year is turning out to be. Let's check out the West and see how the standings look. Taking a look at the Lakers, earning the first place position with a terrific record. And we've seen them perform splendidly pretty much all season long so far, and they're definitely the team to beat. And, of course, Los Angeles, 7 games back.
You know, for Los Angeles, there were fears they'd be one of the NBA's doormats this season. Those fears have turned out to be well-founded.
And, you know, I don't think they need to wait for the offseason to start making some changes. I think they can start the rebuilding process right now.
And Chandler throws it down.
And, guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, you know, his reputation. Clark grinding away, 100% effort all the time.
And, you know, Kevin, all that effort pays off. How many of those spectacular putback jams do we see from this guy? A bunch.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm. It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Richmond. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Richmond's got 11 here in this quarter alone. Here's Goodrich. He's got 6. Ibaka outside. Again, Los Angeles.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Charlotte leading by 21.
Timeout, Charlotte.
Catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Hey guys, I got a chance to hear what Steve Clifford was saying to his team. Their transition offense has to be a focal point, he told them. Points on the break are going to be crucial for the rest of this game. He also said that their work on the offensive glass is going to be critical. He believes second chance points will go a long way toward deciding this game. Well, Coach not wasting any time in tweaking the game plan. We'll see if it makes a difference as we approach halftime, Kevin.
And thank you for that, Doris. Russell against Terry. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And let's take a minute now to give a tip of the cap to the top rookie defenders in the NBA this season. D'Angelo Russell, 4th.
How about the anticipation and really his aggressive mindset defensively? He's always pressuring, always looking for an opportunity to force a turnover.
Take a break.
Yeah, and I think it's a unique talent and
shots.
instinct he has. I mean, timing out the dribble, seeing the pass before it happens. Really excellent hands when he goes to strip the ball, and I think he's only going to get better.
Free throw, good. Terry. That one is no good. Hornets leading by 20. Antetokounmpo, dish. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Hawkins. Here's Russell. He kicks to Tyson Chandler, grabs the board. Chandler's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Chandler with the screen on Badia. Kicks to Ibaka. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Battier up top. Up top, Russell. Covered by Gervin. Russell against Gervin. Russell inside. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
Well, there may be some questions for a while about D'Angelo Russell. People will guess which position he's best at in the NBA. You and I saw him firsthand playing for the Bucks. I mean, he is a terrific talent.
Yeah, he really is. I think he's an old school guard, Kevin. He can play with the ball and be effective, or he can play off the ball. He's got a really bright future. Loved watching him play and grow as a one-year college guy at Ohio State.
Side, Antetokounmpo. And he lays it straight in. Antetokounmpo's got 13.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feel.
It's Gervin on the wing. He's guarded by Battier.
And now a chance, Kevin, to see how the last month has fared for the Clippers. 3rd in free throw percentage, 6th in steals, and they are in the top 10 in team points per game.
And you know, their free throw shooting overlooked by some, but it's kept them alive in close games, and you definitely get confidence when you have the ability to convert on those opportunities.
Maxwell is checked in for Charlotte. Ibaka against Battier. White. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Looking now at the numbers for D. How's the last month of basketball been for him? Averaging 9 points per game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And you look at those numbers, not bad, but guys, I think he can do better, and he knows it.
And he has high expectations for himself as well, guys, but he just hasn't delivered fully on his potential yet.
All right, now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And both free throws good for White. Los Angeles has gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Ibaka with a screen on Russell. There's the dish to Chandler. Gervin outside. Just 5 to shoot. The Hornets pull it in. They're off to Denver after this game as they apply their skills at the Pepsi Center. That's game 4 of 4 out on the road for them. Here's McAdoo, and that one's good. McAdoo's got 9 points.
Yeah, they've gone away from the triple as they look to protect this lead.
Yeah, you know, sometimes that can be a mistake, but they weren't shooting it especially well early on, so I think it makes sense to shy away from the triple.
Outside Terry. And he gets it to go. Terry's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked, but no.
Yeah, he was giving up a lot of size in that particular matchup, but showed the excellent ability to get off that shot despite the disadvantage in size.
White drives in. Stolen. Now Terry. He's got 7 and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That's on D'Angelo Russell.
That's his second personal foul. 3rd team foul.
For Los Angeles, they have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8.
Taking 2 shots.
All right, now, shots. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
Take a look at what Jason Terry's done. He has 8 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
I love the rhythm his outside stroke has produced today.
And both free throws good for Terry. Charlotte leading by 21. White the pass to Maxwell. Out to the right wing. It's a nice pass in here by Charlotte. Stolen by Terry. Hawkins against White. And it's Terry off the drive. Got a hand on it. They recover it. Hawkins shot good. Charlotte has gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. That's good. Battier's got his first bucket in this one.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Terrix to Gervin. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
Shaked and baked with the crossover move, and that's what freed him for the score.
You got him on the wrong foot and then just blew by him.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Hornets lead by 18. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Coach, with the foul trouble right now, do you plan on resting your starters and relying on your bench?
Well, we're going to have to, so whether I have trust or not, and I do, they're going to play regardless.
Coach, thanks for the time. Gentlemen, back to you.
Thank you so much, Doris. Great interview as always. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball shortly.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny, the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be looking back at the game's first half. It was a big-time first quarter for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 13 points, 4 rebounds, and also 3 steals. Kenny, let's get your take on Charlotte.
Their ability to get into the paint and get to the rim has been deadly, constantly attacking the basket. It was clearly their intention right from the start to pound it inside as much as possible. And I don't see them straying from that strategy in the second half. It's going to be another paint-based attack.
And over to Shaq. Now your take on the Clippers.
Well, when you look at the opponent field goal percentage, that tells the whole story. They gave up way too many good looks. When they come out of the break, they got to play way tougher, Ernie. Get those hands up. Get in your opponent's face. Do something.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
As we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. You have to like what we're seeing from Antetokounmpo.
And his play in that first half, how about the discipline to go along with the efficiency, guys? His shot selection was just perfect.
I agree. I mean, whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense is giving him and not trying to do too much. Very much playing within himself.
Clippers trail by 18. Tipping off the second half. Here's Steve Clifford's 5. Russell Westbrook out there with Richmond. And then there's Antetokounmpo. Then there's Rudy Gay. And it's McAdoo in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Not phased at all by having a bigger defender on him down low. And I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation. But, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
A lot of ferocious dunkers in the NBA, but what could you say about Westbrook as maybe the top dunker right now on that list?
Well, the ferocity, the tenacity. I mean, he's almost angry when he takes it to the basket the way he does. I think that makes him so special.
And the call will be against LaMarcus Aldridge.
That's his third personal foul.
So it's the Hornets now. It's a 16-point game. Richmond with the bucket.
And, you know, with Westbrook, it fits right in with how he plays. I mean, he is relentless when he goes at the rim and takes out any contact he felt on the way to get there.
Here's Aldridge. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And one last note, guys, about Westbrook. He dunks on purpose. I mean, last season he said that he dunked so hard to discourage any defender from blocking his shot or even contesting it.
The Clippers have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Aldridge. And so LaMarcus Aldridge nails them both. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Gay against Bird.
Richmond!
Gay outside. The floater. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Thomas kicks to Bird. Picked by Horford. Bird dishes to Horford. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Horford's got 10.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Richmond the pass to McAdoo. Takes the turnaround J. No good. And the Clippers will go the other way with it.
Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
Here's Thomas. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Antetokounmpo's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Hey, get on Rudy.
Rudy Gay on the wing. He's guarded by Thomas. 11 feet away. No good from Gay. Clippers trail by 16. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Near the 3-point line with another miss. For Charlotte, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Westbrook kicks to Gay. Here's McAdoo. Oh, yes, the turnaround. McAdoo's got 11 points.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead. Kevin, here we can get a look at Charlotte and what kind of numbers they've put up these last 10 games. 10th in assists, 10th in free throw percentage. And you know what? They're also in the top half of the league in scoring second chance points. There's room for improvement there, but I don't think they're too disappointed with what they've done in that area so far.
And the ball has been moving just beautifully for them. There's that trust that when you get open, the ball will find you and also find you on time. You see guys cut harder, and it becomes infectious.
Bird dishes to Horford, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And Al Horford is just a winner, guys. I mean, win 2 NCAA titles at his time playing for Florida. His teammates call him the Godfather because of how calm and quiet he is in terms of his leadership and the mentoring he provides. It's been the same here in the NBA.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And that Florida team with Horford, Noah, and Corey Brewer, such a tight-knit group, all those guys still competing and defending at a very high level now in the NBA.
Each of those guys very team first in their approach. That's what they're about, winning. And because they've experienced championship winning, they stay locked in to that task.
And Al Horford drops them both. What a season for Al Horford last year. Such a great display from him and his team as he led the Hawks to the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference.
And for all the team accomplishments the Hawks had, Horford was able to hit some of his own milestones as well. Had his first career triple-double last season.
And here's Bird for 3. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Westbrook's got 4 rebounds in this game. And stolen by Aldridge. Thomas against Richmond. Left side, Thomas. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Thomas got 12 in the game.
Horford was really a cog in all aspects of the Hawks last season. I mean, a major cog. Just a consistent presence inside with his 15 points and 7 boards a game.
And for Horford last year, the numbers were down a bit, but that wasn't due to his play. I think the Hawks were just a more balanced team, and he could obviously put up bigger numbers if he wanted to, but by playing within the system, I think it allowed Atlanta to reach his true potential over the course of the regular season.
And let's take this break to recognize some of the league's small forwards that have been on fire at the charity stripe for all of the past month. Rudy Gay on top.
And that means he can afford to be very aggressive as a slasher because of how proficient he is at the line.
And, you know, if I was coaching him, I'd tell him to stay greedy trying to get to that line. As a matter of fact, he would never be able to satisfy me with his free throw attempts because I'd always push him to get more.
Thomas against Westbrook. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Here's the floater, and it's good on the way in. Antetokounmpo's got 17.
You know, the teardrop sometimes is one of those, oh no, oh yeah, shots.
Thomas kicks to Aldridge. Back to Thomas. Shoots from 12. Tries again, and he sinks the layup. 14 points for Horford.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Aldridge a screen. Here's Goodrich. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. 9 points in the game so far.
Boy, a fantastic job by Aldridge to lay into that defender on the screen.
And with a moment, let's check out the stats for Russell Westbrook. He's been in good form here the last few weeks, averaging 13 points per game, 7 assists, and 7 rebounds. And with his great passing, he's been a catalyst for their offense, often seeing plays even before they materialize.
For sure. Great anticipation. Peripheral vision is there. Natural talent as well. Really shining through.
Free throw good, McAdoo. And both free throws good for McAdoo. Clippers trail by 15. Thomas passes to Aldridge. Makes it off the glass. Aldridge has got 4 points now in the quarter.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, and you know what's going to happen, there are going to be points put on the board.
Here's McAdoo. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Charlotte.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively, and they've been turning those turnovers into points.
Free throw good, McAdoo. And both free throws good for McAdoo. Clippers trail by 15. Bird outside. He dishes it to Horford. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Horford having just a fantastic game. 8 rebounds now and 3 assists as well.
No idea we'd see a performance like this one today.
The only way to describe it in my vocabulary is dominance.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. Charlotte making a switch here. Smith has checked in. And he can't make the second free throw either. Listen both. Here's Richmond. Charlotte again missing. Clippers trail by 15. Thomas kicks to Bird. To the paint. Aldridge dishes to Horford. Some solid defense from Gay.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Antetokounmpo passes to Richmond. A second chance effort. That's good from Gay on the assist by Richmond. And that's 15 points for Gay.
Well, there you go. I mean, if they're going to keep giving up open jumpers, they're going to keep getting burned.
Thomas up top, covered by Smith. Thomas kicks to Bird. 5 to shoot. Back to Thomas. From outside, off the mark.
And who could forget the tear that Westbrook went on last season? I mean, after the All-Star break, it was just triple-double after triple-double for him.
The drive by Smith. And it's sent back by Horford. And they get it back. And that one's good by Gay.
Boy, that mid-range jumper is a beautiful thing to have in your bag, and they've had it going today.
And some say it's a lost art, but they're getting excellent results with it tonight.
A nice shot by Aldridge. Aldridge has got 8. Greg, for Westbrook, as you were talking about him, the triple-double stretch included 4 in a row. He had 6 triple-doubles, Clark, in 8 games. He was sensational.
Yeah, it really was, Kevin. And what's even more amazing was that he was very close to a triple-double, even on the nights he didn't get one. Man, he's a guy who showed you what it means to carry a team. Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
Picked by Horford. Goodrich dishes to Horford. Back to Goodrich. Releases. Another shot. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gay.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
At the line for 2.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. And Los Angeles with some changes. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Aldridge. Gervin comes in for Goodrich. And it's Terry in for Thomas. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Shane Battier is checked in for Gay. Maxwell comes in for Richmond. White, he's checked in for Russell Westbrook. And it's Russell in for Smith. And he can't hit this.
It's really frustrating for a coach when his team can't knock down their free throws. I mean, it really comes down to focus, routine, and stamina, especially in the second half.
The 11-footer. And that one comes up a bit short. Clippers trail by 19. Terry the pass to Gervin. Here's Horford. Takes it into the teeth of the knee and converts. Horford's got 10 points in just the second half. The drive by Russell. To the right side. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Bird. Battier sets the pick for Russell. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. LA's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Chandler kicks to Bird. Chandler with the screen on Maxwell. Bird against Maxwell. Unloads. Nice shot by Bird. Bird's got his first basket. Hornets leading by 15. And there's the pass to Maxwell. Passes it to Antetokounmpo. Gervin against White. 6 to shoot. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. Antetokounmpo. And again, the Hornets missing. Los Angeles has gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the three-pointer to their advantage. It's all about Antetokounmpo. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Here's Maxwell. And the call will be against D. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
So, for the Clippers, Baca comes in for Al Horford. And Hawkins subbed in for Bird.
Percy Hawkins.
Clippers trail by 15. Screen by Ibaka. And there's Terry. 9 points in the game so far. Ibaka outside. Hits it from three-point range. Ibaka's got 11.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Hawkins against White. They set the screen. Clock at 6. Battier fires. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J. Battier's got his second basket of the game. Terry against Russell. And it's Terry off the drive, and it's sent back by Russell. Gervin with the steal. Dishes it to Terry. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession.